everybody, welcome into Drums by Liz. What are we doing today? I will just forewarn you. Yeah, this is a little crazy, weird, different, okay? But once you get the feel of it, it's really nice. This teaches you so much in this one little exercise, okay? We have to stay relaxed to pull this off. There's different little components of it that I'm going to walk you through, okay? Now, I was playing with it with different bass lines there. The basic premise of the whole idea is to be playing right hand as one E and. Notice how I'm hitting heavier on that first note, letting the next two notes trail off as rebounds, okay? We're using the Moeller method, okay? Moeller technique, dropping in once, but pulling, and then getting those two notes kind of off of that momentum of the first initial stroke. Same thing will happen on the left. However, we're coming in on the E of the beat on the left, okay? And this is what gives it this off-beat feel kind of thing. Like you're going to be hitting the one note and then the next one right on the E. So it's kind of like this one E and it's kind of, like I said, like an offset feeling a bit. Okay, so now the E and goes like this then. E and and the same thing. Hit that first initial stroke heavier so that the next two notes rebound on their own, okay? Okay, so the hard part is putting this together, right? Very few students can just come in and go like one and As you notice, I'm staying relaxed right on that right, stay relaxed on the left, but then putting them together is a little bit more intricate. So we don't put them offset together yet. We're going to put them in unison to start with, okay? So then you're going to just drop in and feel that Moeller technique, okay? To where you're just dropping in, and it sounds nice on toms. If I was to play it on snare, or if you work on it on snare, shut your snare off because you're going to hear popping, okay? It's like when we hit a flam, hit a flat flam or a popped flam. It's not the nicest sound with the snares on. Shut the snares off. It can work a little bit easier on the ears, okay? So we could drop it in on the snare. So, and just think one E and right now, okay? So one E and, both together. Notice what I'm doing too with my elbows. The elbows kind of come in and out of the body, right? Use those elbows to direct your hands, okay? If you ever do like Qi Gong, like they teach you that, like with your breath, like you pull your elbows out first and they kind of direct the hands, direct the energy, that sort of thing, okay? So it's the same kind of premise here, okay? So again, just stay relaxed. Get the feel of that. You can go up to your toms. Okay, and just try to get comfortable with staying relaxed, making sure that you're not helping the notes, right? So many times, you'll watch your hands and be like, oh, I was helping that last note. No, don't help the note at all. Even if it's not perfect rhythm right off the bat, you want to play this correctly, right? Perfect practice makes perfect, okay? Not just any practice. All right, so try to zero it into that. So once you get the feel of those together, little cymbal splash. Okay, so then we're going to kind of start to offset it a little bit, but I will take you through and help you work on each hand then. You could even go back to like a rolling kind of format to where you're just kind of feeling like one E and a, one E and a, one E and a. Now, as you see, that's just two notes, but it can kind of get you into that feel of dropping in, not exactly together, okay? So you could even practice it back here on the snare as, I'm not taking it up into a roll format because that's basically a roll, what we're doing there, okay? So now, of course, most people are not left-handed, so let's work on the left drop in because we can probably do this all day long, right, with our right hand, right? But it's hard to get that left to correspond, to react, to be acclimated like the right hand is, okay? So now you have to think like, I want you to hit one note, that's going to be one, and then E and A. So you're still going to have the drop note on the right, but then you're going to feel how you have to pull in with the lefts on the E of every beat, okay? So it'll be like one E and A, one E and A, one E and A, You could even do some stuff like that, right? And again, try not to help the notes, okay? So just, you know, and we could be here, I suppose, too. So I'm trying to get you to feel like that one E and a, kind of like, again, like an offset feel there, okay? All right, so once you're getting that, you're getting pretty darn close to the whole thing, okay? Then we can do maybe something like, how about if we go back to our one E and 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 then you're going to be in unison on E and together. So one E and it'll feel like that or sound like that, but not look like that. We have to relax everything, okay? So then we're back into that. Okay, I'm not pushing anything, okay? Just kind of letting it flow. All we got to do is to relax a little bit more, hit the initial stroke a little heavier on the left, on that E, okay, to where we're getting three notes out now, okay? So, and then we've got the whole kit and caboodle here, right? Okay, so now we can go it as, again, that, start with that one and one and one and one and one and off a little bit, go back to that other exercise where it's just the first note, right? So right, and then we, like I said, we arrived at what we want to be at, okay? Now that's what I was throwing into like a little groove, okay? Because we could come off and then change around bass lines, right? So we could be quarter notes, one E and a, two E and a, right? Or maybe one E and a, two E and a, or maybe even like a full-on little Latin thing. One E and a, two E and a, one E and a, two E and a, one, right? That'll sound great against all of this. And this is what I was demonstrating at first in the beginning of the video here, okay? So, again, let's go back to the original thing with just quarter notes on your hi-hat and bass drum. So, one E and a, one E and a, one E and a. Now, off that last one, I just swing it down to the floor in the mid-tom and play the together, okay? So we're adding in another right at the end there, okay? That goes to that floor tom. So you'd be going like one E and a, two E and a, three E and a, four E and a, four E and a, okay? So kind of think like it's almost like three flams in a row kind of thing, okay? Working it down to that floor tom. To me, that sounds nice to put that off the end. It helps the whole pattern, okay? And then, like I said, play around with those bass lines, okay? So I'll take you through those a little bit. So the quarter notes were then one E and a, two E and a, three E and a, those are the quarter notes. If I want the offset, bass and hi-hat. So all the ands now are on the hi-hat. 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Right? We'll work it back. And it's a little trickier coming back, right? You got to watch that the hi-hat doesn't want to stay, coming in on the and there of 1, okay? So just keep it closed there. All right, then the third way, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Right, okay, so you got all of these little variations. Now look at, I'm going to make another video because this is already over 11 minutes long and showing you some ways to then push and pull some of those notes, okay? Plus, we will entertain many more varieties of the bass drum line, okay? Bass drum and hi-hat line, right? I'll eventually have you going like, 1 E and a, or 1 E or maybe 1 and a, different bass lines like that. And then we'll start to maybe move our hands a little differently, okay? So I'll play around with it a little bit, okay, to kind of show you a little insight into some additional things we're going to do with all of this, okay? So. Yes, a bunch of little different variations in there that we'll tackle and we'll get good at, okay? So this is a lot, right? Be patient with yourself because it takes a while for all of this to offset. You might have to work with the unison stuff, just that until your body recepts and reacts to that properly. Or I should say, that it receives it, or that it communes with it. There's the word, okay? So do your best to kind of get that inherent in your body, feeling that nice Moeller method, that wave-like, that whipping motion, okay? And like I said, then we'll expand upon things as time goes on, okay? I'll try to maybe even do this the next week so that we can keep in a little bit of a sequence with everything. All right, everybody. Rock on. Have a good week, okay? And I will look forward to seeing you next time. Remember, I teach online if you're interested in lessons. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.